Hey everybody, welcome back to Out of the Gate. I'm Justin.
And I'm Max.
And today, fresh off some family pictures, we got my brother-in-law Dillon on.
Hello.
We got him to be on the podcast finally. Figured out a day for it. So it's good to have you.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Honestly, this was a surprise for me because he didn't let me know that you're going to be on here till
let you
like
know.
10:45 this morning.
Yeah,
I was like,
this morning, I was like, oh yeah, Dylan's going to be on.
Yeah, I was
There you
like,
go.
all right, that's all right.
I'll give you a heads up. I'm going to stare at this screen probably the entire time. It fascinates me.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff on it.
I know.
Sorry.
We've got like the recording stuff and all the audio stuff on it.
And I don't know, I'm still trying to get this stupid camera to format. Otherwise, this would be.
You trying to record it?
Yeah,
we're going to try to put video with it. For the
That'd be
people that
neat.
listen on YouTube.
Sure.
you know.
Yeah.
Sure.
That's why we have this because I don't know. You can see half this wall. It's ugly.
I like it.
It's not, Dylan, it looks like the wallpaper at your old house.
Exactly.
That you hate it.
It brings back fond memories.
Wasn't the house wasn't far from here.
No, it was on Illinois.
Yeah.
Down the road.
Yeah, it's a
Down
couple
the
blocks,
road.
Worst
couple
house I've
blocks
ever lived
away.
All right.
No offense if the owner listens to this for some reason.
Come on. it's our podcast. No
Are
one's
you-
listening to this.
Are you one of our 10 viewers?
Yeah.
It's like that 98.1 country radio in the morning
Right,
for our
right.
lovely 10 listeners.
All right, so
we
we're
got
going
some
to memes.
Yeah, we'll go into memes real quick. All right. So here are our memes. Coming in hot. All right. Me leaving my bed to go to the couch. It ain't much, but it's honest work. Multiverse of Madness has reportedly been delayed to June 6th because there is no May anymore.
Get it? Because she died.
I'm catching on now. Okay.
I wrote a book on how to fall down the stairs. It's a step-by-step guide. Here you go. George Washington ran a 4.22. Bro was playing for the wrong Patriots.
Ain't no way George Washington ran that. I know it's.
I wouldn't know
meme,
how
no
they
way.
got that.
I
And
don't
those
know what.
dogs.
Hold on. I'm going to look it up, see what actually comes up. George Washington.
Arguably the greatest president this country's had.
Yeah.
That's why he's on the quarter.
Darn right.
See, this is 4.99.
See, that makes more sense.
That's still pretty good.
It's still pretty good.
Sure faster than
I just still would like to know who had a stopwatch back then.
Or they counted in
They-
Mississippi.
They had it. They had it in.
Mississippi.
No, I didn't have Mississippi yet, did they?
Oh no, probably not.
So one Delaware, two Delaware.
Right.
That or a sundial. Oh man,
It doesn't move.
this might be
Oh,
Ashley,
goodness.
but I don't need a man. I know how to put my oil in my own
I
car.
could see her doing it.
I love that woman, but yeah. Unfortunately,
Hey, yeah, we might actually get my sister to listen to the podcast today.
she might listen to this one. Yeah.
Yeah, she might. Aaron Rodgers and Shailene Woodley break up. Call off engagement. Classic Aaron Rodgers choking right before he gets a ring.
Accurate. I didn't know
You know,
they were.
the only time he's ever won a Super Bowl, I was in the hospital getting ready to have a kidney biopsy done.
Oh,
Was that when I was there with you? Yeah. I was having my feet surgery.
I
Yeah.
didn't even get to enjoy it.
Yeah.
I'm not to enjoy there.
No.
Y'all quit fighting over why Eminem was kneeling at the halftime show. You know his knees are weak when his arms are heavy.
Okay, watching the halftime show, I didn't even pay any attention to that.
I noticed it when he first did it.
Like,
but
I noticed he kneeled down or whatever, but I didn't.
Yeah,
I didn't think he was being political about it.
no, I thought it was for Tupac.
Yeah, that's what I thought. And plus, I don't know why everybody's making a big deal. It's not like it was during the national anthem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was totally fine with it.
Yeah, who cares?
Even if he was doing it for Black Lives or whatever.
Yeah.
Black Lives Matter.
But yeah, I agree. That's what I said whenever I saw it. I was like, oh, it's Tupac.
Yeah, he's doing it for Tupac.
Because, like I said last week?
Yeah.
Kendrick Lamar should not have. I don't think should have been in that. I think it should have been like.
You have to have somebody in today's climate, though.
That's I rewatched the halftime show
So did
off
I.
YouTube, and I think Kendrick's fits a lot better the second time around.
Yeah.
It works as a really good like beat drop in the middle,
Probably, yeah.
quote unquote beat drop in the middle of the show.
They needed somebody for every decade. You have your 90s, you have your 2000s, 2010s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
And Kendrick's a good rapper.
I will say,
He has a good voice,
Kendrick is what surprised me. I thought it was going to be like Jay-Z or...
turn it off.
Well, I mean, I knew everybody was going to be there except 50 Cent.
They didn't advertise 50.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he was the surprise.
One of the funniest guys out there too. If you listen to him, he's
really?
hilarious. He's hilarious.
I've never listened to him.
I don't recommend any of his stuff.
I just like how he
terrible.
dropped down like
But
he
he is
did in
funny.
his music video, though.
Yeah, I'm like, why is he upside down?
When he hung upside down, every fat in his body
Oh,
shows.
it was so funny.
I
love
can't
the
say
memes.
too much.
It
It
was
was
like-
popular.
love
I've gained
the
a lot of
memes.
weight too. So.
I love the memes. So one was like inflation
It's
hit
like
50 Cent the hardest. Now he's $1.
Yeah.
You got to move on. In Avengers Endgame, Captain America tells his support group they need to move on. He then proceeds to go back in time to relive his life. Moon Knight will be back next week to expose more MCU hypocrites. All right, well, that's it of those.
I don't know how I feel about that Moon Knight show.
I'm
See?
excited about it.
Was it a movie or a show?
It's a show.
Oh.
I
think I've
want
asked that last time.
I hope it focuses more on the psychological stuff than the actual hero stuff. Because
Well,
then I think it'll be good.
so, speaking of that, I saw something that Kevin Feige said this is the most gruesome MCU product that's ever been. He said they did not hold back. So,
Wow.
for Kevin Feige to say that,
yeah.
it's gonna be
Is that how you pronounce his name?
yeah,
Feige.
Feige.
Really?
Yeah. What'd you think it was?
I've never said it out loud, so I don't know.
Feige.
Feige. Kevin Feige.
Real quick, Dillon. These two. Y'all messed it up for the rest of us. Did you watch that?
Those
That
two?
the dunk contest between those two?
Which one?
The
First and second?
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah. I
They
think
were
it
good.
were, yeah.
They were good.
I
Aaron Gordon got robbed.
when he did the tomahawk and
When he jumped over the mascot between his legs. Like,
oh yeah,
like
that
sitting
too.
down motion.
Well,
yeah.
like I said, I think he got robbed on the tomahawk and between the legs.
Yeah, I agree.
But yeah, I think since then I'm like, what's going to be impressive anymore?
There
There were a couple of them dunks last night
Terrible.
that were terrible, and they
Terrible.
somehow got like 9 and 10, and they were from Dominique,
Yeah.
Isaiah, Julius.
It was
Okay,
terrible.
I have a
It was
question.
terrible.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm about to sound like the girlfriend of a person who watches sports because I don't watch the NBA. Who's Orlando's? What's their mascot? What's Orlando's mascot?
That's a great question.
It's some.
Orlando Magic. What's their mascot? Hold on.
It's
There's
it's
a Magic.
something weird.
Yeah, but it's
Okay,
not.
but that's my thing. Like,
It's
that's what I
something
meant
weird.
was what's their team name? So they're the Magic.
Yes.
Yeah.
Why do they not have Magic on their uniforms? Why do they have Orlando? on it?
One of their jerseys does.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, it's
okay.
their away.
Stuff
Yeah,
the
it's
Magic Dragon.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
Think hard for that one. Like Washington football team.
But yeah, Zach.
I
won
liked
both
that a
of
lot
them,
more
though.
than I like the Washington Commanders.
I don't
I
mind
got really used to the Washington football team. I liked
it.
it.
They're terrible.
It was growing on me.
I just think of Commanders and the burgers they have there. When I think of it, so it makes me happy.
All right, and then this also came up Friday. The DeLorean is set to come back as an electric car.
Oh
The
goodness.
dumbest looking car in the history of the world, except for some newer ones. I don't understand the fascination with the movies. I don't
You don't
understand.
like Back to
You
the
don't
Future?
like Back to the Future?
It was so bad I can't even watch them all the way through. I thought they were terrible.
Really?
Oh my
Okay.
goodness!
Hot take.
I
Come
don't
out.
rewatch.
What's this? What's the show? Coming in hot? Yeah, coming in hot take right there.
Coming in
Hot
hot
take right there.
Overrated.
I don't rewatch those movies. I think they're good, but they're not rewatchable. I don't think.
Not for me. Not for
Okay,
me.
well then, it's funny that we're saying this because all throughout the week, I've a lot of coworkers. There was a guy sketching out like Hank or Tom Hanks and all that. I'm like, and the guy that plays 21 Jump Street. I can't.
Which
remember.
one? Channing Tatum?
No, the other one.
Jonah Hill?
Yeah, Jonah Hill. And I was like, yeah, those are some good movies. They're like, no, those are stupid. I'm like, then what other movies do you not like? Like, I brought up Napoleon Dynamite. Every
Classic.
every woman that I've talked to that I brought that.
Give me some
It's
thoughts.
stupid. Yeah. Every guy thinks it's awesome except for
It's
my
a great
team leader.
movie.
Oh,
It's a great movie.
Talladega Nights, Kicking and Screaming,
Well, I'll tell you, Dylan.
Super Troopers. I'm sorry.
No,
Never seen that.
You've never seen Super Troopers?
I'm about to
Now
call
you know.
him out. He's also never seen Forrest Gump,
Oh gosh, here we go.
the greatest movie ever made.
Well, you know,
I
Forrest
can't get through
Gump.
Okay,
anything in life without hearing
I will
that
give
one.
you this. I didn't see it until I was 19.
Oh my gosh, love that movie.
There's just nothing about it that intrigues me. Tom
I
Hanks
love
is
it.
okay.
I love it.
His voice will annoy me. I've already heard all the famous scenes. What else do I need to see?
Yeah.
I mean, seriously,
good.
I'm just filling in
It's
holes
so
at this point.
good.
Feel like it all.
I mean,
It's so good.
she has AIDS or something, right? Like, for real, doesn't she? I mean, what else do I need to know about this movie? Besides the chocolate, I guess. I already know that scene, though. I mean,
You don't
seriously.
know. Mom always
I
said
know
life is like a box of chocolates.
See, so once I know that, what else do I need to know?
Yeah.
Okay. that's
Besides,
fair.
it's probably like 2 hours too long.
He was running. Did you know that?
Yes, I've seen all that.
He had some magic shoes.
It's terrible. So many better movies out there.
False. It's the greatest
When
movie.
I worked at the jail, I got eaten alive almost daily for not seeing that movie.
Really?
And
From
if
the
any-
inmates or from the...
No,
They're like, man, I might have
They're,
shot a guy,
they're
but this
watching
dude
their
hasn't
jail
seen
cells
it.
and stuff.
coworkers. I used to get eaten alive, and if any of them, for whatever reason, listen to this, I'm sure they'll comment. I don't know why they would, but that movie.
Don't worry, I'll tag you on your Facebook page.
Yeah, it'll be on your Facebook. We'll make sure.
And Ashley.
Dylan talks about coworkers. Making fun of them all the time.
Don't worry, we talk about our coworkers.
Yeah, we do.
I only got
It's
like
gotten
two
me
to
in some
talk
trouble
about
a little
nowadays,
bit.
Well,
Well, what was the story that you kept on saying that you wanted to say on here? That's what I don't know if you remember it.
so probably not.
I think it was when you were our basketball coach. Dylan was our basketball coach for a while there.
That was an experience.
I will say, me and him butted heads.
You and Dylan, I think.
Yes.
I butted heads with everybody.
I don't
But
think you and I butted heads, but you butted heads with my parents because you sat me because I was trash.
I never
And
butted
they
heads
were
with your
like,
parents.
"Oh, you didn't? I thought
No.
you did."
No, I butted head with another person's grandparents.
Oh,
I don't want to say
okay.
his name because I don't know if you guys are still
Okay.
friends with him or not. You know, I love the kid to death.
Well,
Do you want to say I could cut it out?
Sure, yeah, Colton.
Oh,
yeah.
you don't listen to this.
Oh, you don't?
No.
Well, his grandparents chewed me out after a game.
That's what it
but when
was.
I go, I try to put him in. He says, "I'm not playing.
Yeah.
What's to do? I'm not gonna play."
Well,
him.
and that's one of the times that Dylan actually got onto me. We were at Bowling Green, and at that point he's trying to play everybody, and Colton's the only one. And I go, "Hey, Dylan, Colton hasn't played. You probably need to play him. I'll sit out, play him, and you take me out. You put Chase in, and you go over. You sit me at the end of the bench. You go." I will do what I want to do. If I don't want him to play, I don't want him to play. I go,
Go figure. Dylan being a hothead.
What would I do that for? I wouldn't do that. Well, you got to remember
That
too.
was the only time I can remember
you
him
ever
being
get
mad
teed
at
up?
me, though.
No, my mom was in the stands. I felt bad.
Oh,
I couldn't. Today's Dylan probably would have.
Yeah.
But you got to remember, we had 14 kids on this team.
Yeah.
14.
Yeah.
3 of them
'cause your dad
knew
would
how to
take
play
any
zone
of them.
defense. I don't remember if you guys knew how to or not. But when you have 14 kids and only 3 know how to play a basic defense,
Yeah.
Defense is all I knew how to do.
you kind of not give up in the first practice. You're like, it's going to be a long year.
Yeah.
And it was fun. But it
I
a
remember,
long
was that
year.
the last year I played?
Yes, it was.
Or,
I don't know.
Yes,
or did,
you know how?
because I remember at the beginning when I was younger, I was still short. I played at the top of the zone defense, but then I got taller and I was still
You and
good
Connor.
at the top. Yeah.
It was you and Connor.
Well, there was a while
Redhead?
that me and Weston
Right.
would play at the top of the zone defense,
I would
and
play
I'm
on
like,
the bottom.
why are we not down low?
Well, because I had Darian, and I had Noah,
oh yeah,
I had
yeah,
you,
big.
yeah, me.
and then I had some other big kid. Who was it?
It was Connor. That was the only
Connor.
other tall one.
And here's the thing about, I know Weston listens to the show, and I hope he does. That kid could play if he wanted to. If he wanted to, that kid could ball. So I always kind of gave him a little bit of extra push, and I liked playing him up top because he'd actually play hard when he wanted to. And Weston, if you're going to listen to this, you know that I tried.
But you're lazy.
But, I understand. It happens. But, yeah. No, I loved coaching you guys. It just...
I liked having you as a coach.
14 kids, and not very many of them know how to play basketball.
Because I was here, we had Cam play too. Cameron Cloutier.
Yeah. Yes,
that's right. Yeah. I just saw him the other day.
Did you?
I did.
He just bought a house.
Really?
Him and his lady.
That's right.
He's still around here?
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming since I just saw him.
I just moved to Chandler.
Yeah.
Actually, I think their house in Chandler.
He's still in the military?
Just over here. Over here by First Christian.
Really?
Or First...
Baptist?
Yeah.
Because I live on the same street as him. Like, we would see each other all the time going to work and stuff.
Yeah. No, I love that kid, too.
But I know that was your last year because me and you got into it with Bowling Green because I was too into the game, and we came off of a timeout, and we were all saying who we're going after, and for some reason we were trying to be funny. We're like naming off our opponent. I said Jackie Chan, and the guy took it so racist, and I go, oh well.
Was that when I was coaching?
Yeah,
that was.
Yes,
I remember
and that was the game that I came off my come off of the. Well, actually, I wasn't fully released, but from when I dislocated my knee, I remember that very vivid. And he goes,
I do remember
"Dude,
that.
what did you just say?" I'm like, "You're Jackie Chan. You look exactly like him. I don't feel bad."
He was a good player too. I remember.
And to this day, I didn't. And then my mom made me go apologize when we went to Bowling Green.
I feel like the coach said something to me too, but I can't remember.
If he did, I didn't care.
Well, I didn't either.
Wait, did he say it about Max calling him Jackie Chan?
Maybe. Because I know that coach. He coached when I played.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not going to say what I feel, but...
But then I went up and apologized. I'm like, dude, I realized what I said, and I'm sorry. He goes, yeah, dude. Yeah, I'm so heartbroken. I'm like, okay. Well, don't go up for a layup then. I literally remember saying that. Don't go up for a layup. I'll be behind you and sweeping you and breaking your leg.
I think that's the same team. We went up there, and we were beating them. And we were JV kids, and we were beating them, which was... I don't want to say surprising.
No, it was surprising.
They had a lot of tall kids on. They had way more tall kids on their team. Well,
that's the thing. They ended up bringing in their varsity kids.
Yeah.
Who I played against some of them.
Yeah. I do remember that.
And I remember I got into it with the ref really bad because I was like, they're messing with my kids out there. They brought in the varsity, and this is total. Who knows what I said?
Yeah.
But I was like, this is not fair. We're beating them. They bring in their varsity. You guys had no chance against varsity. It wasn't fair.
No.
And I remember I said something to the coach, too, but he didn't care.
I do remember the big guy, number 32, and they put him on me because I was roughhousing 11 and 14. And I went to box that, and I clear shot in the nose with my elbow. I got...
I remember that as well.
Yes, and you took me out. You go, I know they're the varsity, but you can't just... doesn't mean you get the whale ale on them. I'm like, well, they're cheating. I thought I could too.
See, it's funny when you're a player how much different you look at the game than when you're a coach.
Exactly. I've noticed that.
When I was a player, I don't know if you guys... I don't think you guys ever played with me. I think I'm too old.
No, I played with you 1 year.
I did.
You didn't?
I didn't.
Well, when I was a player, I was a dirty flipping player.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I took every little advantage I could.
You and Jacob.
I remember I remember one game.
You and Jacob.
Which Jacob?
Jacob Paul.
Oh. I love you, JP.
And then you had Dalton, who would try to fake his injuries.
That guy had bad knees. That's not his fault. I love you, Salty Dalty. That's what we used to call him. I remember one time we were playing against this kid that was like the height of...
Oh, he was like 6'7".
Well, you didn't play this game, I know that.
Oh, I know, but I was there.
I was when I played JV.
Oh, wow.
And, there was this kid who was probably like half my size, tiny. And he was down in the paint. And he literally was trying to go left to right to whatever offense they were running. And I grabbed him and I would throw him. I would not let him leave the paint. And his parents started screaming at me, but I didn't stop because it was funny. I felt bad later, but And when you're a coach, you don't want to see your players do anything dirty because you don't want people to look at
Yeah.
the players bad.
Right.
Even though you know they're good kids, but you don't want other people thinking they're bad kids. So, even though I probably agreed with everything you did out there, I just
Right.
hey, I don't want these people looking at you negatively.
Right.
So.
Yeah. And
was Chucky playing when you were coach? Is that when he got his
Chucky?
nickname? Chris Wongler?
Oh.
Started calling him Chucky?
No,
that was your dad.
It was a year after. It was a year
I
after.
think I coached him, didn't I?
No, it
I
was a
can't
year
remember when he got the
after.
nickname.
See,
They started calling him Chucky because he fouled out every game.
I
It was
remember
just awful.
I chewed you guys out at halftime one time at home, the home court, and I thought he was in there.
I don't know.
No, he played for me.
Yeah, I
because
think he probably
Jenny
did.
messaged me on
Oh,
Facebook,
okay.
asked if he could. I said, of course he'll play. I'd love for him to play.
Yeah.
He's another
We called
kid.
him Chucky because
He's
he'd
a-
always foul out because he was
Yeah.
rough.
That was another kid who could really ball if he wanted to,
Yeah, he could.
but I don't think his heart was in it all the time.
No.
Love the kid though, I do.
Off to different and better, bigger, better things.
Yeah, getting married.
Engaged,
I see.
yeah. Engaged.
Have you ever met her?
Yeah.
I have, yeah. She's
She's
pretty
sweet.
nice.
I met her like twice.
I've
but-
talked to her once. Met her at the Hanging of the Greens at church one year.
Really?
A couple years back. We've been
Christopher,
together for a while.
if you listen to this, I miss you, guy.
I mean, I don't know. I doubt it.
I doubt
he
it.
finds
If he
time on his
does.
Army Day.
But you gotta
You never
remember,
know.
even though
Listen to him while he does his
YouTube
push-ups.
may say YouTube says 10, but we get like 60 to 70 on Spotify. So.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
This one will draw at least 80.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think.
83.
Well, you see, with the ones when Weston's on it, they always get higher views.
For some
With Weston
reason.
on it?
Yeah.
With
I'll tell ya.
Weston.
The first one he was on with you guys, I laughed and laughed and laughed. That one cracked me
Oh,
up.
That was the one-
it's
that was
still-
the one
it's-
where Molly-
It's still the top one.
Yeah.
That was the one Molly came in and she had the Mexican
Yeah,
food
she
and
had
was
the food.
making all kinds of
Yeah.
noises.
Where's she at today?
It's her dad's birthday, so they
Oh.
went down to Kentucky to a knife store that he likes. Yeah. He's
Wow,
big on knives.
That's cool.
Big on knives.
That's really cool.
Yeah. That's what he wanted to do for his birthday, so that's where they are. So she won't be at the... are you going to the party? To
I have no idea what you're
Stetson's?
talking about, so probably not.
Stetson's party?
Ashley mentioned that, but I don't think we're going.
Oh, okay.
Happy birthday, kid.
Yeah.
What a stud.
He's
so
got to
cute.
listen like 5 years from now. Who's that guy?
Glenn and Janet came into the furniture store and bought a couch or something, and they brought him with them.
Oh,
Cute
he's
little kid.
so cute. He's my fourth favorite child.
That's good.
Yes.
That's good.
Yeah,
Smart,
it's,
smart answer.
It's it's
Yes, tell them in order. What's your favorite order? Go ahead and tell me. Please, I'll tell you if you're right.
I'll tell you if you're right.
my nephews are all his children. So that was the joke. He's got 3 of them.
I'll tell you if you have them in the right order or not.
Well, I will say I don't know all the names. I only know Micah, and that's it.
You got Aiden, Micah,
Aiden.
and Matthew.
Matthew, yeah.
Aiden's the only one that likes me, so
He's a nice kid.
Well, see, I just
He's a
don't
good
see your
boy.
kids anymore, so it just doesn't.
That's true.
Micah's the only one I know that I've known the longest. Otherwise, you guys have moved, and I rarely see y'all, so I don't.
how do you know Micah longer than Aiden?
That's what I was kind of wondering, but I was going to leave
Well,
that.
Aiden's the
maybe I'm
oldest.
thinking
Aiden's
Aiden,
the
and I'm
oldest.
thinking
You're probably
that
thinking Aiden.
I'm getting
Yeah.
it
You're
switched.
probably thinking Aiden.
Yeah.
Okay.
They look the same.
Whichever the oldest is, I know him
Aiden.
more than the
Aiden.
rest of
Yeah,
them.
that's Aiden. Aiden's the oldest. Spelt wrong, but
It's-
get past that.
When you say Aiden, it sounds like Aiden. That's how I spelled it.
How is it spelled?
A-D-E-N.
What?
Aiden.
A-D-E-N.
Oh, well, that's how I would have spelled it in the first place. How?
If you say
A-I-D-A-N.
a bear is in Aiden, how would you spell it? A-D-E-N.
Well, I would put
Aiden.
A space
Oh,
D.
I was
Yes.
thinking A-D-I-N.
You get my point.
Okay.
It's the correct way.
Yeah, we'll go with it.
I've
Poor
seen
kid.
like A-Y-D-E-N before. And I was like,
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. This
Crazy
kid at church
people.
is spelled it with a Y.
Oh, sorry, person at that church.
But it's a kid.
Oh, okay.
That's the only reason I know how they spell it. But, yeah,
I don't get it.
spell with a Y.
So let me ask you this: so you know that they redone the gym, right?
I mean, it hasn't been that long since I've been there.
Well,
Yeah.
how do you feel like they redo the whole thing? We got a scoreboard now, redone the gym, and there's no basketball to be played in it.
Oh, do they not have a team anymore?
No, not at all.
My dad stopped.
Oh.
It's probably for the best.
They really
Oh, it really
It probably was
was.
for the best.
It really
Why
was.
is that?
Because
I like the church
Pastor,
league.
Pastor Scott left it because church league is not is not
It wasn't.
is not a Christian league. It's
No, some of the worst stuff I've ever heard is on a
yeah.
basketball court.
What?
Yeah.
Some of the worst stuff I've ever heard. And I worked in a jail. It was on a basketball court.
well, see,
Christian
that's the
league.
thing. Like, whenever I transitioned from private school to when I played a year over in public,
Greenville.
I was like, "Whoa, these guys are a little sensitive." Okay,
Yeah, everybody's way
I
nicer
didn't
to
like
each
it,
other
and
in
that's why I
public
went back.
basketball.
Yeah.
And then I tried
Yeah.
again senior year, but I was like, "Okay, yeah, I'm not gonna do it."
Tell you, we used to go to these tournaments back in the day, like Louisville and places, and we get stomped, of course. But
Yeah.
man, some of the stuff you hear in those quote unquote Christian
Oh
tournaments,
yeah.
terrible.
Did we play? Who was the team that was the Eagles?
That was Indianapolis.
That was I never got to play them because they always
That
was
wasn't.
Indianapolis.
That wasn't Evansville Day School, was
No,
it?
it was-
No.
Okay,
no.
I didn't think
No,
so.
I know you're talking
Indianapolis.
about.
But I have a buddy from work who went to Evansville Day School, and they're the Eagles. And I was like, did
sorry.
we play them?
No, when we played them, they were like the Gladiators or something.
Oh,
I played a few different Eagle teams.
yeah.
Now,
It's very
Evans-
generic.
I
Very
forget
generic,
which one
like
it
Warriors.
was, but
Yeah,
they,
Very
Warriors.
generic.
I forget which Evansville team it was, but it was a year after I graduated. Chase was playing, and they had, remember this, they had shin guards on. Because their coach said if they were getting beat too bad to start kicking the players.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, isn't that
very
so?
nice.
I was like, man, if I was in there, I'd be like
Kick 'em back.
WWE,
Yeah, we're playing soccer.
clothesline. I'm talking rock bottom. These kids.
My least favorite games to play were the ones in
Stone Cold
Pleasant View.
Stunner.
Gotta wear sweatpants.
We had to wear sweatpants.
Tournaments. Yeah.
You know, in my last year playing, that coach at Pleasant View, he was so glad that I played that last year. He goes, "I'm glad this is my last year too, so I'm going out with you."
There are a bunch of nice people up there.
Oh my gosh!
Oh yeah,
they're
they're
the nicest
real
people.
nice.
Super.
They were
I had a-
so good at playing.
And
Yeah.
honestly, there are a
Yeah.
lot of years that I honestly believe Pleasant View could have beaten Castle's best.
Oh, they're ballers.
Oh yeah, they
They're
were good.
ballers. There was one kid I played against who I think he was a JV coach most recently that I remember, and he was crazy good. And we played my last ever game was at Pleasant View.
Yeah.
Oh,
Ever,
was it?
Ever. And we stomped them, which is like the only time we ever stomped them.
Yeah.
And the one kid I was buddies with all throughout growing up, I was really good at taking charges. I don't know if you guys remember.
Yeah.
I knew how to take a charge.
Not like
Listen-
a Noah Ungen team charge where he just jumps in the
Yeah,
air.
no.
That was
I tell
fun.
you, I left that Pleasant View tournament with like a golf ball sized knot on my arm from taking
Yeah.
so many. But the last foul that kid ever committed was a charge on me. And I went up to him, I said, "Man, if I'd known you'd have fouled out from that one, I wouldn't have done it. Sorry." And he just shook his head and walked away. That's how that friendship ends. I'm never welcome back up here.
No,
My last.
yeah, I liked Pleasant View. They were like, I want to say they were our rivals. I mean,
Oh, for sure.
they
They were for sure. Who
they
else
were,
would
but-
have?
Well, they were our rivals, but also we didn't really put up much of a fight there.
Yeah.
After my first year in JV was the last time we played good against. That was the last time That was the only time I beat them.
We
Did that
yeah
against
we
my
beat them.
dad's
Yeah.
quote unquote super team.
Yeah, that was the one with what's the kid's name? Matt, Sam,
Sam,
and
Bryant,
what is his name?
tall kid.
Yeah, but it's Matt and John
Cassidy.
Cassidy.
Have you seen those?
Have you
two
seen
lately?
Matt lately?
Oh yeah. So that's actually a funny story. So their parents, I've been friends with them since I was like
Yeah.
6. Their parents were behind me and my friend Eli on the first time I rode that roller coaster at Holiday World, the one that goes upside down.
Oh yeah.
He convinced me to go on it. They were sitting right behind us.
I bet
You
they
did
heard some
not.
things.
No, I didn't
Oh.
throw up.
Oh,
But I just want to, if they for some reason happen to listen to this podcast or whatever, he said, "I apologize for what you heard on that." one."
They heard some things they didn't expect you to do. And what was his name?
I threw up after that roller
Jordan.
coaster.
Jordan Holmes
And Austin.
played. Yeah.
Austin.
Yeah.
I don't think Austin played that year, but Jordan did.
Well, Jordan's older than Austin,
Yeah.
so
Oh.
I know what he played.
Oh, what about?
They were in varsity when that year.
I
We're
was-
the same age, me and Jordan.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, and you're talking about when we won the Indy tournament, right?
Yeah.
We also had
were,
also
like,
had Big O
undefeated.
Colin too.
Big Colin. He was a goofball.
That guy's doing really well in life.
Oh
right
my
now.
gosh,
He's
dude, he's
really
slimmed down.
well.
He looks like
He
the
did,
Big
he,
Show.
He made an app or something, or
Yeah.
somewhere, or Something
Good
for
for
some
him.
organization.
Yeah.
Bryce was telling me about it.
He was a goofy guy.
He's terrible.
I'll
at
actually
basketball,
have-
but he's a good guy.
no,
He's a good
we would
guy.
sit on the bench the whole time and talk to each other.
He's
that was the
hilarious.
year I didn't get a jersey because I didn't have all the jerseys.
Yeah,
really?
So Weston and I had the plain white jerseys
That's
that we
funny.
duct taped.
Do you have that picture?
Numbers on.
I do. I'm
gonna
looking
say, I
it
think I
up.
remember
I'm
the
looking it
pictures.
up
Yeah.
now.
I was number 7, I think.
Family
No, 11.
Dollar closes 400 stores.
Why would they?
Well, there's a.
Well, Dollar General, we're
Yeah.
spreading out from the Midwest, taking over.
Since we're recording, this will probably be a little slow, but I
Yeah.
guarantee you I have it in here. I
Yeah,
know
because
I
we've
do.
looked at it. We looked at the picture.
Yeah,
when
but
Weston was
that
on the first
probably
time.
would have been on Facebook. But I'll see.
Yeah, we
Go ahead and.
Weston and I had taped over jerseys because they didn't have jerseys with numbers on them.
I do feel like I remember that.
That was the year before we got the new ones because they didn't have enough.
Oh, that's right. You got new ones. I forgot about that.
Yeah, and we got the shooting shirts that year. And
Yeah.
I like the shooting shirt. I think I still have mine
misspelled,
somewhere.
it was
Max's name, wasn't it?
no.
Misspelled your
Philip.
last name?
It's your cousin, isn't it? Philip.
Yeah.
I misspelled his last name.
Yeah.
And I don't think
Wait,
your mom
what
was
did it
very
say?
happy with me.
What did it say?
It was an
Instead of
honest mistake.
Trabant?
Yeah, I spelled
I
it
think it
terribly.
might be on Facebook.
Yeah.
'Cause I don't
I'm
think
enjoying
I
these
have it.
pictures though.
Oh well, yeah.
Some old
give me a
pictures of
second.
us.
Well, then there was one year where they decided to put our roster on the back of a shirt, and then they got my grade
designed that.
wrong.
I designed that.
Yeah, you got my grade wrong.
I designed that T-shirt.
I was like, and I just remember being so mad. And you came in, and you're like, "Do you care?" I go, "Yes, I do care."
I was like, well, sorry, I can't change it. So-
Wait, you didn't get into it with my parents about not playing me. Who was it? Might have been Mickey.
No one, Mickey.
Would
Mickey
be
was my
Mickey.
assistant
Mickey
coach.
played you,
If Mickey
played
told me
me,
to put
you, and
somebody in,
Weston
I'll
all
put
the
him in.
time.
I don't know, but I remember. I feel
I think
like
it
my
might have been
parents
Mark.
got mad at.
It would have had to been Mark.
Maybe they didn't.
I don't think so.
Maybe they didn't. Maybe they were just mad about it, and I was like, I don't, or like I think Mom was or something, and
If
Dad
I
was
didn't
like,
play you very much because I was mad at you.
yeah.
There
And I
was
was
a
like,
reason.
I'm like, well, look, I'm not a great basketball player. I never have been, and especially back then, I was not that great.
Well, and back then too, I was so scared of showing like special treatment.
Oh yeah, you don't want it to
I
make
was
it look
so
like
scared.
.
So like there were like
It's
you,
not the picture
Weston,
of-
Max.
Yeah, us who you've known
I
the whole
didn't
time.
want. Yeah, I didn't want to like show too much favor. But if you made me mad, I was gonna pull you.
Yeah,
like
you
when you
did.
and Weston goofed off in the middle of that game.
I don't know what you're talking.
You know
No,
what
I
I'm
don't
talking
remember
about.
that
Yes, you
actually.
did.
Wait, which
No,
game?
I really
that
don't.
was
We were at home.
We were
yeah.
at home.
You guys were goofing off the entire. I think you guys like had some beef going.
Me and Weston did
Yeah.
with each
like,
other.
It was bad, like legit
Yeah.
bad.
And I do remember saying, "You guys need to get into the game. Come
yeah,
on."
But like it was outside the court. Like there was something going on.
Oh, okay.
It's-
No, I remember this
yeah,
whole thing.
yeah, me too.
I could go into detail, but
Yeah,
probably
no,
should
I
cut it
remember.
out.
I remember
But-
this whole thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm picturing right there.
Yeah, right
Look at
there.
My little brother.
The little
oh
tape.
My goodness.
Yeah, Ethan.
There's
Oh.
another picture.
Jackson.
I had to find it. It's when we're all in the locker room.
Oh, Jackson. Did he play? No.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
with
played.
you.
I remember in that
Well,
game,
not
the
with
last
me,
like 15
But
seconds.
that was the year we won. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the year we won. The last 15 seconds of that game, I remember Matt Smolin, nicest guy in the world. he walks up, he goes, "Hey, good game," and they called a foul for him shaking their hand.
Yeah, that was the game. Sam won that on a buzzer beater, didn't he? Like a half court buzzer beater
Yeah.
is when he won it.
No, it was a layup.
Oh,
It was a
okay.
layup.
Really?
But he
Yeah.
won it. Yeah, he won it like at the buzzer. That was a
It
good
It was a good
game.
team. It was
Yeah,
a good team.
that was the one we beat Pleasant View at the tournament.
It was a good team.
I
Yeah.
don't think.
Maybe that was the last game. I liked that team. I liked sitting on the bench and watching. I
was
had
always so
no
mad.
problem doing it either.
I was always so mad that year and the year after because my dad had a lot of pride in that team, and he had no pride in my varsity teams. 'Cause
Yeah,
we were good, but we
Right.
didn't care.
yeah,
And I think that was the biggest problem. That team actually cared. It used to
yeah.
make me so mad.
And they were good. That was a good JV team.
Very good team. Very
Because
good
a lot of them ended up jumping and playing varsity too.
team. Which is another reason I got mad. But
I played varsity, I think, I don't know, I think the year that you were the coach was the year I started playing varsity too. Or at least
probably.
sitting varsity.
Probably.
Because I wasn't good. But like I was,
There it is,
I was
found it.
one of the more, yeah, that's the one I was looking
Yeah,
at.
Weston had a number 1.
Yeah, number 1. It just looked like a piece of tape.
Gosh, I picture my brother looks like he ate himself. That's skinny nowadays.
You can't say that.
Looks
Isn't
like
that
he
why
ate
he's
himself.
like...
Why he's skinny now?
Yeah.
He ain't gonna listen. It's
about?
okay.
Where's your... Oh, Bryce.
24.
I forgot Bryce played.
Yeah. That linebacker.
Linebacker.
You can't say him.
Something him and Connor had in common when they played.
I'll never forget for how straight Bryce's shot was, and somehow it went
Yeah,
in.
it was like a
Laser
laser
It was
shot.
a bullet. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was a corner specialist. He was.
Yeah, he.
that's
I
the only
remember there
reason
was
why it
one
went
time. There was one time he took a charge and it was like not good at all. Like he did so bad, and I think I remember you being like, "I'll teach you how to do it."
Yeah.
It's like, what was that?
So, let me ask you this now that another thing came up to mind when you were coaching. I think it was before halftime. It was like probably 2 minutes left. Justin decides to have some kind of courage to finally shoot the ball, and I pass it to him in the corner, and he shoots it. It beams right off the corner of the backboard, and it goes in. But he was over the line.
I don't remember that.
You don't remember that? And the ref goes.
I
The ref
banked the shot, but I was on the line.
and the ref said
You didn't give
it's
it
a
to
2, but we'll count a 3 for difficulty.
Yeah, because I
do
banked the
not
corner
remember
shot.
Wow.
Banked the corner shot, and I was on the line, and they were like,
How do I not remember
"Oh
that?
well."
I
we'll
do.
give you
I do
3.
remember it in it was the same game that because that whole time, or on the way up there to that tournament, I was watching videos of like Warner breaking his leg.
Oh, why?
I don't know. I was that weird. I was watching injuries like Paul George's injuries.
Oh,
I'm
why?
like, man, what happens if this happens while I'm playing? I end up dislocating my knee.
I remember that was I was feeling hot that game,
And they
'cause
all
I
called
hit
him
that
Kobe.
one. I hit that one, and then I put some
I don't
moves.
remember that.
I put some moves on a couple people
Don't
down in
worry,
the paint. And
Dylan,
I actually
you're
scored a little
Yeah,
bit.
I
I actually scored a little bit, and I thought I was hot, you know.
am. Really? I don't remember
So
that.
then I went up and I did the whole like. I stopped and I turned and then like come back the other way and like spun around and popped a shot.
I just picked
Airballed it. It was so bad, and I was like,
Nope,
"Oh,
we will."
okay, never mind.
I don't
I'll go
remember
play
that.
defense."
I wish I remember that.
I could not shoot for anything.
So, what do you remember?
Still can't. We
What
did
do
a-
you remember most about us playing? Like, were we good at passing, shooting? What?
You're setting me up here.
I just want to know because
Um,
your dad said I had a lot of flashing passes.
what was my favorite part about watching you guys?
Yeah, sure. We'll say that.
This might be the old sentimental version of me, but just watching you guys have fun was my favorite part.
Yeah.
I really did. I told Ashley all the time, I loved watching you guys have fun. No offense, that team sucked, but
Yeah.
it was fun watching you guys have fun.
Yeah. Especially with like.
Unless I was in a bad mood, then I didn't like watching you have fun.
Yeah.
By the time I took you and Weston out, because you
Yeah.
threw a terrible pass, you just sat there laughing at each other while they scored. I was so mad.
Well, see, that was the thing. Like, with me, Max, and Weston, we would always try to, I mean,
Yeah.
it's me, Max, and Weston playing basketball together.
Yeah. That's how it was with me, Jordan Holmes, John Minsel.
Yeah.
Them, we had so much fun out there, and watching
Yeah.
you guys have that much fun was
Aw.
fun. Losing, I didn't care if we lost. I mean, I did, but
Oh, I
It'd be
did.
nice
I can
to
tell
win.
you right
it'd be
now.
nice to win.
I did.
My official coaching record looks terrible.
It's
At least we had fun sometimes.
alright. I don't think you were planning on getting hired as a coach anytime
I
soon.
tried.
Did you really?
No.
Like, you tried to go coach the high school or something?
No. I wanted to play for Boonville High School, but my parents wouldn't let me.
Could you?
I'd take a class or something.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, just like,
But they tried getting me to come wrestle there. They tried getting me to come play baseball there.
really.
Baseball I could see, but honestly, I don't think you really missed out. Like I said,
No.
I didn't like it just because, just the things that weren't allowed that I wasn't used to. And us, private school rarely run plays.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
And that was my hardest thing about that year is that I had to sit there and remember plays. I'm like, I don't know what to do. I either get the ball, pass, and shoot.
We really
That's the
only had, inbound plays.
Yeah,
we
That was
only
the only
had.
thing. Yeah, inbound plays were the only thing, and that
Like when Josh Powell was our coach, a couple years, he tried doing like different plays, and they were basic plays, but none of us ever knew how to run plays. So
Yeah.
you
only knew how to run like
practices.
11 man. And,
Yeah,
And because it wasn't like so competitive and like sanctioned, so like people would miss practice a lot for just random stuff. So like you'd end up with some people not knowing the plays or like, oh, I don't remember that one or.
That's exactly right.
And see, and I didn't really realize that until my last year playing. Is just like, man, the competitiveness is just dropped in my eyes, and it was. I felt like I was the only one competing, honestly.
Oh yeah.
And I don't know if it's because, it's my senior year, this is my last year, or just
No,
I looked around, and I'm like, guys, we need to do something. Like my last game, I scored 24 points and almost fouled out. I mean, and nobody was near close to that.
Yeah, no, competition in sports has dropped terribly.
Oh my
and
goodness!
You have parents to blame for it.
Oh,
over
definitely.
Emotional parents.
Yeah.
And it's all about, like I said, there's enough for sportsmanship, but there's too much sportsman. In my opinion, there's too much of it.
Yeah,
You can't scream at kids. You can't scream at each other. You can't.
Yeah.
It's coaching has even changed.
You gotta let coaches yell. You gotta let players yell at each other.
Well, that's the.
You don't have that anymore.
I'm going to talk a little bit about something that I know that Dillon hates and you don't know much about. But, like, that was a big thing in marching band. No, listen.
Here we go.
No.
Here we go.
They used to, like, scream and yell at us, all that stuff. And which was fine. When you're a high schooler, you'd get mad about them screaming and yelling.
What did they yell at you for?
All,
the wrong chord or
everything. Everything. I got like
shoes
screamed out. I got full on screamed at and had like they made me run because I called the guy short.
You're all wearing big top hats. What's the matter?
Yeah.
No. I called the dude short. He was the guy he was our visual guy.
Oh, you called like an actual.
Yeah.
Oh, not like just a fellow.
Oh no.
Band geek. Like you actually said that to a.
To a
person.
Okay.
Oh shoot. Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense.
They screamed and yelled at me and made me run, and like they would scream at us all the time. And then everybody got really mad about it my senior year. And then I graduated, and then Molly was in the next year, and a bunch of people left because they were screaming and stuff, and talked to the band director and all them, and then they had to be a lot nicer to them. And like my senior year, we almost went to state, and that next year they did awful.
Is Vile still a dude out there?
No, he left.
Nope.
He left.
He left. He retired, and now he works at U of E.
Doing what?
Teaching.
Oh, really?
Yep, he retired to go teach at UE.
If he could teach at UE, why was he ever at Boonville?
I don't know. Because he retired, and his buddy, I guess, called him up, and he was like, hey, I need an assistant, because he teaches music education. And he was like, I need someone to help. You want to come and teach class? And I was like, yeah, I'll come teach people how to be teachers.
Yeah, no joke. Yeah, band.
But like the screaming and stuff, like it'll make you mad as a player or participant or something, but it makes you better too.
Oh yeah, you need
Like
it.
it for sure makes you better.
You need it. That's why Bobby Knight's one of the greatest coaches of all time.
See, I was just about to say that.
Who cares if he headbutted some kids? I mean,
It's fine. It happens.
Skin. If they broke skin, it always grows back.
The best statement that he ever made was, "This is a Mickey Mouse organization," but I can't say that because that's an insult to Mickey Mouse. I thought that was the greatest thing ever.
I can't repeat what his greatest thing.
Oh yeah, well,
So-
like I said, that's censored. But
Yeah.
Well, while we have Dillon
That's
here, he
funny.
kind of intrigued me. I want to hear some
yeah, I was just about to say that.
some jail stories.
Yeah.
If you're okay,
We've got
with
15
I got
more
a
minutes
couple.
left.
I got some I can tell.
Alright.
There's a lot I've suppressed that I'm going to keep suppressed for
Oh
reasons.
yeah, for sure.
You got to give me a topic. What do you want to know?
Well, I don't know.
Because
just
there's a lot.
give us
so.
something funny.
Funny.
Yeah, what were some funny things that happened?
Yeah.
Like things
This is
that
a
inmates
funny
would
show.
say to you, or
I can't repeat half of what was said.
okay, that's fair.
Bald-headed, bleep this, bleep that. Biggest ones, dinosaur arms. I do have really short arms. if you ever
Dinosaur. He
expected
called
to.
you dinosaur.
Oh yeah.
Creative.
Don't worry, I get
Any-
called orangutan arms at work.
Any combo you can think of, I've been called. A funny story. Oh boy. What's an appropriate funny story?
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be so hard.
Like I said,
Well,
you just can't cuss. That's all.
They all involve something along those lines.
You can bleep, bleep, bleep.
Yeah.
The funniest story probably has to do with. There's this. Oh gosh.
Go for it.
There was this female who.
Inmate.
Yeah.
Okay.
Had some mental
No,
issues.
a worker.
Yeah, worker. I'll tell you what.
Gosh,
there's some-
Justin. Sorry, go on.
Yeah. Tell you what, you got some real winners. They've just become cops in Boonville and Chandler. That's
Yeah.
a different story from a different time. There's this girl who's there, had some issues, short, you know. The last incident that I can remember that I got involved with her, I got called on the radio so by the time I got off at 2:00, at 1:40, Abrams, and you just suit up.
Suit up as in
riot gear, yeah. First time I ever got suited up. So, I'll say her last name. Probably won't.
Yeah.
Yeah, nah, probably not.
Yeah.
So this female, we'll call her Cindy.
There you go.
Cindy.
Cindy's acting up in her cell. Okay, so me and two other guys dress up and we head in there. And we get there, so there's windows on the doors. These steel doors, you got windows. You know it's not going to be a fun time when you walk up and it's brown. You can't see
Oh, man.
So they said your guys' job is to get in there, grab her, and take her to the showers. So thankfully
I'm going to take this watch off. I don't want it anymore.
Yeah, I was wearing that watch. That watch, let me tell you, that watch has been through a lot. God bless you for wearing it. Thankfully, I was not the newest officer, so I didn't have to go first. I pulled seniority. So we go in, we grab her. She not wearing anything, covered head to toe.
And Dookie?
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
And I was one of them who had her arm. This probably isn't a funny story, but when you work there, it is funny.
Yeah.
So the sense of humor is a little different. So I was one of them who had to escort her, and she would do quick jumps at me and yell in my face. Well, she was 80 pounds soaking wet, so we just held her there. But we dragged her in there, and then she screamed at me for 15 minutes.
Did she think she was gonna
Just
get
psychotic,
you?
Just psychotic, mental issues, and
What was she in there for? Can you talk about that?
what was she in there for? Theft or something.
Oh yeah.
Well, nothing crazy.
Sleeping in somebody's backyard.
She might have. It wouldn't shock me. So we got her done and had to take her back. And when I tell the story out loud, it doesn't seem funny, but it was funny in the moment.
Yeah.
Oh, I bet it's
I'm
funny
just
whenever
woman
you're in
is
the middle of
covered
it.
head to toe in
Yeah,
crap.
I have about 50 stories similar to that.
That is.
Wow.
So, do you think?
No, I can't play it.
Do you?
I do have a video from when I was working in booking.
Have you
Of a guy
talked
screaming at
to? Have you talked to people from other jails that did similar stuff?
Yeah.
Were most of them the same? Because I know you worked in. Can I say where you?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I know it was Vandenberg County and Evansville's on some crazy stuff. So I don't know. Do you think that you had worse experiences than
Yes.
a lot of other jails?
Yes. Warwick
I would
County.
even say that.
Warwick County is, and if I have any Warwick guards listen to this, you guys had it easy. Easiest jail ever to has to be Warwick County. So if in Warwick County, from what I've been told, if they get in fights, the guards aren't allowed to intervene. You have to call the cops. In Vandenberg, if there's a fight, you run straight in there.
Right.
So you're not allowed to back off and wait. Now, if it's a big fight and you're going to get yourself killed, you got to wait.
Right.
But no, Vandenberg is a living horror story.
Yeah.
I mean, there's stories about people getting cut up and sugar water thrown on them while it's boiling, salt water,
Wow.
melting
like guards
skin
would?
off. The guards? No, it didn't happen to the guards. It
Oh,
happened to other
okay.
inmates.
Right.
You have gang wars and
In the
stabbings.
jail, not even in the
Oh,
prison,
yeah.
in the jail.
County jail's worse than prison,
Really?
in my opinion. In prison, you might have murder, actual meditated murder. from gangs.
Right.
But in jails, you have all the stuff leading up to it, which is the fights, the stabbings, the non-deadly stuff. Thankfully, I never had to deal with someone actually getting killed in front of me.
Right.
Wait, you have or you haven't?
I haven't.
Oh,
that's
thankfully.
good.
Yeah, that is good.
And if you're a smart guard, you can avoid a lot of situations like that.
Yeah. Would they,
Yeah.
Would, for the most part, like, I understand there are definitely outliers, but for the most part, would people listen to you and do what you'd say and stuff? Or were they all just, like, super...
You have to earn the
screw off,
respect.
kinda?
No, you have to earn the respect. If they know you and they respect you, they'll listen.
Mhm.
Now, how would you gain their respect? Because there's a lot of ways of going that way. What was your go-to?
So...
What'd you do? Throw...
No.
You had to beat up
Throw-
the biggest
throw-
guy.
No. So, you just gave... to get respect, you have to show respect. And
Right.
if I told every inmate who was willing to listen, if you respected me, I will respect you, and I will not act like this super tough bad guy,
Right.
bad cop, if you just listen. Most of them would. You have a few that it was just in their DNA not to.
Mm-hmm.
No, just...
But once you got their respect, they'd listen pretty well.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a few that would. A lot of respectful guys in there. There's a 97-3 rule in jail, I'm assuming our jail at least, that we live by. So you have 97% that aren't terrible people, just make stupid
Right.
mistakes, and you got 3% who are just the worst of the worst. The worst of the worst will not listen. The mentally challenged won't listen, obviously.
Right.
Not their fault. And then the rest of them usually don't have a problem with.
Right, you know.
I never had a whole lot of issues. I did pretty good.
That makes sense.
I had a pretty good time for the most part.
Yeah, a lot of people in there aren't awful people, right? They're just...
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
stupid
mean there's a
mistakes.
lot of times where you have to really show some force, and like I had to lock down a couple cells on Mother's Day, which I didn't want to do. But when you don't listen, you got to pay the consequences.
What do you
and,
mean locked down a couple cells?
like, so you have 8/10 man cells in some of them, and if they don't listen, you can lock them down. They get no recreation time. They don't get to use their phones.
Oh, okay.
They don't get anything. They have
on
to sit
Mother's
in
Day,
there,
I see.
and I've had to lock them down on Mother's Day. I've had to lock them down on Valentine's Day. I've had to lock them down. I think I locked them down on Christmas.
Wow.
So they can't call their family. They can't talk to their
Right.
family. So
Which sucks, but I mean,
Yeah,
if
they're
they
not-
bring it on themselves.
they have to show respect. If they don't show respect,
Yeah.
I mean, they don't get a day off because it's a holiday.
Yeah.
There were a lot of guards that were worse about that than I was. I was pretty lenient for the most part, as long as it wouldn't get me in trouble. But yeah, there's a lot.
Really
So-
interesting.
There's a
Really
lot.
interesting.
I did like the work. I liked working there. I liked the people I worked with. The hours were terrible. The politics were terrible.
Yeah, what were the hours?
I worked 6 to 2 as my shift.
Oh.
I got lucky.
Morning?
Yeah, I got
Oh, in
lucky.
the
Yeah,
oh.
I got first shift. I was one of the lucky ones. And then, but most of the time, I either worked 2 a.m. to 2 p.m.
Oh.
or I'd work
Man.
6 a.m. to 10 p.m. or 6 to 6.
Yeah, I was gonna
I
say,
never.
you
I
worked a lot of
rarely.
different shifts,
Yeah,
right?
I've worked every shift just from overtime itself. Like Christmas week in 2020, I worked. Gonna do the math in my head. I worked almost 60 hours in 4 days.
Oh, wow.
And so there's a lot of places you can do that and be just fine. But when you're in a
Right.
jail setting, 60
No.
hours in 4 days is.
Especially when it's unpredictable
Yeah.
and...
Yeah, not much sleep. You can go back and look at my pictures from Christmas that year.
Wait, so you worked there in 2020?
All of 2019, all of 2020, and the first couple
Right.
months of 21.
How was the jail during COVID?
Terrible.
Did you have to wear a mask?
Terrible. Oh, yeah.
Did the inmates?
Now,
No.
now did
We
you...
weren't allowed to give them masks. They weren't allowed to have them.
Oh, because there's like metal in them, or like
No.
those little metal things in them.
No,
We
it's...
had cloth. No,
Oh.
they just weren't allowed to have any.
Oh.
Oh, wait.
You'd be surprised some of the crap
So
they pull over.
would they ask for them?
Oh, yeah.
I guess. I mean, how are they getting? How would they be contracting COVID if not from you guys?
Well,
you know what I mean?
you get 10 to 50 new inmates a day.
Oh yeah.
So
oh yeah.
you got new
people
people
coming
coming all the time. You got us leaving and coming and going, and
Did it run pretty rampant through there? Yeah.
worse than they let on.
Oh yeah.
Some of it made the news from inmates calling and telling people, Nobody in the public has any idea
Right.
what actually happened in there. Sergeants, if you're listening, I'm not telling everything. Calm down.
Oh wait, you don't work there anymore.
Well, I know.
Well, yeah, but
I just want to make
just
sure.
in case.
I don't want you to get nervous that you're not going to get in trouble with anything.
No, they'll get over it. But
Yeah.
and I'll tell you, the guards were treated worse than the inmates were when it came to COVID.
Really?
Easily.
I can see that.
Okay.
I won't go into some details just because I know it would affect some people, but
Right.
let's just say there are several instances where we could have had good lawsuits on our hand.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
I believe it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Interesting.
So, did you ever have to was there a occupant limit whenever it came to COVID?
When it came to COVID?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because there was a big old scare that they were just letting people go because of COVID and stuff, and people were buying shotguns and all this left and right.
No, we didn't let anybody out because of it. A lot of inmates would come in saying they had COVID because they thought it was a get out of jail card. We had to transform whole units into COVID units.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Do you have like a COVID block?
So it goes A1 to A4, and then it goes B1 to B4. A2 became our COVID / new people, and it was full.
Oh, yeah.
It ran rampant.
So anyone that had COVID or was suspected would get put in there?
At first, they went to our medical, and you probably had 3 to 5 at a time. And they tried to conceal it, but you can't conceal that.
No, you can't.
No.
You can't conceal it. We had whole units full, and guards leaving every day saying they had COVID. A bunch of lying.
Yeah, they're trying to get out of work.
I had to work overtime on days because they lied about that stuff.
There was enough people abusing the system at work that
Oh yeah, and they cut it
they're
down.
now changing. They're now changing the way they're doing it.
I imagine they've probably changed it since I left. But
Yeah.
it was. I got tested for COVID probably 3 times a week
Really?
because I wanted COVID so bad to get out of there.
Oh.
I never got it
I know, I haven't
worked
got
for
it
the
either.
store.
Until you
This man lived with me with COVID for 3 days,
Never got it.
and we spent, but unless we were sleeping, we were together in the living room all 3 days, or we were at work.
Well, see, and that's
crazy.
I think I had just gotten it though, because the moment because he left way before I did, and as soon as I woke up, I felt dizzy. I was like, I might have it, and then, but see, anytime before that felt great, no problem at all. So that's why I think we got by, because we barely. After that, we didn't see each other, and I got tested. And,
I'm thinking I'm immune to it. Everybody around me has
That's
had
what
it.
I thought too.
Everybody around me has had it, and I've been around people.
Well, then
my
what?
mom, my dad, Molly's sister had it. I was around her.
Molly.
You had it. Molly didn't get it.
Not yet.
But Molly's sister had it. You guys had it. Brandon and Hannah had it. I was around them.
And I'll say this really quick
That'd be
because
nice.
I hope she listened to this because I want her to hear this. Molly is the best thing other than Jesus Christ that happened to you.
Let
me tell you.
Amen.
You found
What?
Amen.
What about me?
Aren't you single?
I was.
he means our romance. Mine and his.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, you're cool too.
Yeah.
But
No, she
you
definitely
seriously-
makes me a better. She makes me a better man.
She is amazing.
She makes me want to be a better man.
If you ever screw that up, I'm telling you, I'm taking her side. I don't care what she does.
Oh yeah, no, she.
I think that goes for everybody.
Trust me, she didn't.
Yeah. She's the best.
If we break up, no matter what I say after we broke up, I promise you it was all my fault.
I guarantee
it.
it. That girl can do no wrong. I'm
No.
convinced.
She is amazing.
She's great. You found a good one there.
I sure did. Well, I'm thinking we probably ought to get wrapping up here. We got that birthday party to go to.
Yeah. Starts at 2, so.
Ooh, you're getting close then.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, I got a bunch of jail stories I'll tell you off air sometime.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
There's a lot that still scar, but
Oh yeah.
Oh, I guarantee it.
Have you?
And just for our listeners, so you are gone from that. You're at furniture store now.
yeah, Town Square in Boonville.
Did you ever? Sorry, I know I said it was wrapping up, but now I'm curious. Have you gone to therapy? Because you said it scarred you.
No.
Did the jail want you to, or did they provide it for you? If you wanted it?
They have a
They have assistant, don't
They have like some peer
Yeah,
support.
well,
Ain't nobody going to that.
Okay.
Okay.
The peer support's a bunch of sergeants. You go complain to sergeants, they'll treat you like crap.
Yeah.
No one's going to do that.
Okay.
No, I'm part of a good small group at my church.
Right.
Because there's a few guys of us, and I've been able to talk to them, and it's been good. But
Good.
no, anyone who's been in that profession needs to talk to somebody
Yeah.
at some
Oh
point.
yeah,
I would
Whether it's your
think so.
spouse, which you need to talk to somebody who understands it.
yeah.
Right.
My wife heard an earful, but she, bless her soul, she doesn't.
No, you don't get that
Understand.
unless you're there.
Yeah,
I would think.
I got. There's a lot of deep down buried stuff, but
Right.
it was
Yeah.
good. It brought a lot of good things to my family. So
It did. It really did. Because of that, you have this
You have
house
it.
that you like.
Yep,
That you're loving.
that's true.
You know.
That's true.
It's a wonderful life that you've built from a rough job, but
Yep.
But
Right.
it was all an experience, and hopefully you don't have to
right.
experience it again.
Hopefully.
But
Hopefully.
you never know.
Well, Dylan,
Wherever God guides, He'll provide. So
Yep.
that's what He wants me to do.
yeah. Thank you for coming on.
Thanks
Yeah.
for
It's good
having
to
me.
have you here. Glad
for
you didn't
having
ditch
me.
us for family pictures.
I
again.
was just about to say that. You took
Family
my job.
pictures.
You saw the pictures. You know what happened.
I actually did see the picture. Yeah, my girlfriend painted one of the pictures.
Beautiful picture. I think my kids might have tore that up.
That's hilarious.
Which we had it sitting on our entertainment thing. 'Cause
That's
I loved it so
hilarious.
much. And I think Micah maybe pulled it out of the little thing and ripped it to shreds.
That's
I don't know.
absolutely hilarious.
But I've been wanting her to. Not trying to keep you guys here, but
No,
I've been
you're
wanting her to paint like a family portrait. I'm gonna hang it on my wall.
You could you could ask her. She'll do it.
We were planning on it.
She for sure.
There you
do
go.
it.
Ask her right now.
Hey, Molly, leave the knife store. Come on.
Come on. All right. Well, thank you for coming on, Dylan.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Appreciate you being
Appreciate
here.
it. Appreciate it.
And thank you guys for listening.
Yep. See y'all later.
Have a good week.
Yep.